We live again. Good. So, let me turn this light down. Whoops, that's up, moron. Alrighty. That's a little better. So, I just tried to stream from my laptop. That went terribly. It's always better from my phone. I don't know why. So, anyway, stream went down, so I'm gonna retake this and hope that it goes better. So anyway, for those who don't know, I am going to be moving. So this is going to be changing right here. This entire shelf is going to change drastically because I'm going to have to take it apart completely. I'm going to have to take it, strip it completely down. I'm throwing all the wires away. I'm going to rewire all of it. So, yeah, because it is a mess, and Justin Zhao even said that my whole room is a fire hazard. So, yeah. But we're building a house, which is very exciting. Knowing that you're gonna be moving is always exciting. Except for people who are scared because of, like if it's in the middle of the school year or, they're gonna be going to a new school. Yeah, they have to deal with that. College, not really, but yeah, either way, there's always an excitement factor, no matter what, because it's something different. It's a change, and it's not a bad type of change. It's a good change to have. Like I've had dreams where yeah, and it's funny because I used to always be scared of having to move. Like if like my parents always said we'll never move. We'll never move as long as you guys are in school. I was like, but anything could happen. And things have happened. But yeah, like once my sister finishes high school, we won't have to worry about that anymore because whenever we would go and look at houses, my sister would throw a fit. Like, why are you guys looking at houses? I don't want to have to move schools or have to drive a long way to school. And it's like, you won't have to. Because, it'll take a long time. It'll take quite a while for us to sell this house because there's no way that it's going to sell instantly. There is some work to be done. But that's with any house. Things happen whether you see it or not. But yeah, fairly recently, or within the past 2 years, I would say I've been having dreams where we move and get my room set up, and I'm just completely at peace. It's really an amazing thing, and now that's becoming a reality, and I'm very excited. Especially because after the house is done, we're actually going to build a shop that's going to be separate from the house. We're not going to talk about... Okay, I need to stay focused on what I'm talking about. So... Oops. Anyways, along with that, another big change is my name on this channel. So I'm no longer Grayish Valley. Rave is all tied up now. That is a play on words of one of my favorite Dwayne Bailey songs from this album right here. Very, very good album. You won't see this green thing though. That's from battery acid, from a drill battery leaking, and this cracked and allowed it to get in there. But yeah, the third track on here, which is on my channel, Johnny's All Tied Up Now. I just took it, put my name on there, and it's a play on words. That's all it is. So, yeah. As far as my PC, I still need to look into it. Um, I've been really busy with work and now with staging our house. Like, I've started taking my parts shelf apart, where I display all my elevator parts. Most, or the notable ones, the ones that I like anyway. I've started taking it apart, and I've got some stuff boxed up. I've got a box full of elevator parts. I've got a box full of fire alarms that I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to sell all my fire alarms, but the sales have been, really coming in. I've sold like 10 or 15 devices already ever since I put up that video. So I really appreciate it. And I'm not making a whole lot off of them, like I keep saying. Like maybe 50 cents, if that, off of each, at least for strobes. For anything else, yeah, I'll make a bit of money. I'll make more than that for sure. But because it costs like $4.50 to ship things, and I sell strobes for $5, no shipping. I don't charge for shipping on those, just because I want to get them out of here. I don't want to just fill my new space with stuff that I already have. It just makes no sense. So that's why I'm getting rid of them. Most of them, anyway. Because I do have a lot of duplicates. So, but with the new house, we did have a floor plan to choose from, but we got to customize it. So my new bedroom, is going to be 12 feet 4 inches by 17 feet. And that's going to be awesome. It's going to be about the size of the one I have now, except it's going to be longer. So that gives me, and I'm going to have a walk-in closet, which is going to be awesome. And I'm really excited for it. They're supposed to start construction on the house at the end of this month. So, yeah, we're all very excited. And they're projecting the finish out being done by October, which is even more insane. I'll be 20. I will be 20 when that house is done, most likely. So, yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to. And, yeah, it's going to be amazing. I won't be so crowded in my room, which, I mean, I've started to clean up my room, because I've been having to box stuff up. And, for my bigger panels, I got a wardrobe box that I'm going to use. Probably going to put my PC in there. And both of the monitors will definitely be coming with me, because I have things I can use them for. So, well, yeah. And also with work, we got a big job finaled, passed the final inspection, and that is a huge relief, because that job turned into a nightmare, but it was a false alarm, so it ended up going good. And I'm really glad, because I spent a lot of time at that job, and the very first day that I was on that job, I was really sick. So I guess the first day being your worst day is the best time to have your worst day on that job, because no matter how bad the other ones are, none of them are as bad as the first day. And they weren't. We have another job in the same building that is nowhere near as big. The first one in that building we had, it was the entire floor. It was 109 devices, 82 strobes, and 27 horn strobes. It was massive. 6 circuits that I had to run wire for. I don't know. Clay Morton. But, No, probably not. I haven't been on. I haven't hidden anybody in a long time. But anyway, you made me forget what I was saying. The So talking about boxing stuff up, and hold on. New house. Oh yeah, the big job. So yeah, definitely glad to be done with that one. I started that one 2 months ago. Very sick. You know, I had a headache, fever, was clammy. I was miserable that day. Sore throat, congested, but I didn't call in. I tried to because I was like, "Oh, this is in a medical facility. I don't want to get anybody who's a patient sick." Like it's new construction, there's no patients. So I was like, "Okay, I'll go in then." So, yeah, it was quite a job. And we do have another job in that building, but it's not an entire floor like the first one. It's just a suite. It's 31 devices and it's voice, but still not as big. We've got it all pre-wired, and we did it right. We ran it on the red iron. I had I had good help with me for that one. So yeah, basically we've got everything run the way that it needs to be. We're just waiting on ceiling grid to be put in for that one, and then once that happens, we can start cutting tiles and start boxing, trimming out the speaker strobes, which are going to be system sensor, the L series. So yeah, that'll be another one that I'll be glad to be done with. Although that one hasn't been really that bad so far. Just a little confusion and complication in the beginning, but we got it figured out. And I'm going to be taking my first test to get my fire alarm license on the 26th. And that I just realized is less than a week away. But I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. So that's going to be Friday. I thought it was going to be Thursday. Nope. 26th is Friday, in fact. So, yeah. I'll be doing that and then start studying for the second test. And then hopefully get my license after I take the second one. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking to move around in this job because I've been here for almost a year. It'll be 11 months at the end of this month, and then the end of next month will be a year. And it's been a blast, pretty much. It's pretty much been a blast, and of course there are bad days. There are really bad days. Like there have been days where I was just like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. Get me out of here. And I was just, it was pretty abysmal. But, nothing is as bad as working when you're sick and you're just like, man, I just want some chicken soup. I just want some chicken soup, put an ice pack on, and go to sleep. So, yeah, I'm going to be, pretty busy between work and moving. So, but for those of you who saw some of my new videos, you see that I've gotten into doing AI covers with Peter Cetera's voice. That has been a lot of fun. All right, that is a lot of fun. And I've got one, I just put one up today. I put one up last weekend. And then I'm going to progressively go backward with albums. And I'm going to hit Stone of Sisyphus next. I'm going to go to Chicago 21 and then 19 and 18 and probably everything in between. Like, right now I'm doing Born for This Moment. I did If This Is Goodbye and Someone Needed Me the Most. And I've got a whole folder of ones that I've already converted. So, and I've even got some surprise ones. I've also got more lyric videos coming of Dwayne Bailey songs. I have more Dwayne Bailey lyric videos coming up soon as well. So there's definitely still going to be activity on this channel. I will make sure that nothing is interrupted here. Alright, just because I'm going to be busy doesn't mean that I won't be posting. I definitely will. I can promise you that. And I'm definitely going to find more songs that I can do, because I have up to 25 conversions. I hope that's per month. So yeah, this should be a lot of fun. And I've had some songs that came out, they came out absolutely terrible, so I didn't save them. But I do have some that I'm really happy with that I'm going to be posting for sure. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to put these up, because I've been wondering for a long time what it would sound like with Peter singing If She Would Have Been Faithful. And, you know, all these songs that Jason sang in the 80s and 90s that Peter very easily could have just shredded. You know, like, these are songs that, you know, Peter would have absolutely torn up if he had stayed with Chicago. So it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really excited for y'all to be able to hear and see it, because the two that I've put up so far, they've already gotten quite a bit of views. And I'm just like, wow, people are really into them. You know, there's still interest in Chicago. You know, my video about what Peter Cetera sounded like before he had his jaw broken, that's my most popular video on my channel. And that's just, that in itself is just mind-blowing. And, you know, it really exploded after our birthday, because for those who don't know, I share a birthday with Peter. So after our birthday passed, you know, that video just started exponentially exploding. You know, it skyrocketed into being my most popular video, which is amazing. And it has made me eligible for monetization, which I most likely will not be taking, just because I don't want to annoy you guys, because I know I don't like it. I know I have YouTube Premium, but still. And I feel like if there's a chance you can be monetized, they should offer YouTube Premium as a part of that, or something. I also put up another Rest of My Life by Private Parts. I pulled the audio from the CD and relayed it, and it sounds a lot better. It sounds way, way better. And I'm definitely glad I did it. Dwayne even reached out to me and said that he was really glad that I did that. I was like, wow. So, yeah, definitely proud of that. I got more bass covers coming. I just recorded one. So, don't worry, bass covers aren't going anywhere either. But today I just did a lyric video that I've been putting off for a couple months now. So, yeah, I'm getting there. You know, I'm catching up with all my stuff, tying up my loose ends. You know, just so I don't end up super tied up. Like, I know I'm all tied up now, but I promise you I will get to it. Alright, I'm getting back to it. So, and this is stuff that I do not purely out of boredom, but I will do it if I get bored. Like, you know, if I get bored, this is my go-to right here. Is just do lyric videos, do bass covers and stuff. And you know, there is still a lot of interest in Chicago. You know, I posted a live video of Chicago playing Introduction at Austin City Limits. I have almost 750 views on that, and that's awesome. You know, 13 likes, that's a lot for me. And I've got other videos that I put a lot of work into, like the 500-year flood. That only has 35 views, and I spent like 2 or 3 hours working on that, maybe more. It's been a few years since I did that, which is pretty crazy. And it'll have been 10 years since that happened next year. It's been almost 9 years since that happened. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, you know, I'm definitely still into this, you know, like, I don't want y'all to worry. That's the point. That's why I'm making this video, just to show y'all, you know, I still have stuff coming, and it's not gonna go anywhere but here. It's not gonna stop. And always leave suggestions, please. Please leave suggestions. Like, if you have a song that you want to hear Peter sing, absolutely leave it down. If you want to hear what a song would sound like with Terry singing it, leave it in the comments. Robert Lamb, put it in the comments. If you want to hear any of those guys sing something, if you want to hear anyone sing anything, put it in the comments. You know, because I would love to, you know, I know y'all are curious about this too. You know, like, people think, you know, it's probably not gonna, you know, be super realistic, but man, this thing, it just sounds amazing. Like, I'll give you a little preview of one of these. I'll do this one. Have y'all listen to this one.
About you, I never to let go of what we were. Can't pretend I'll live without you. It's hard to live alone.
That's just insane.
I can't be a man about it. I've tried to hide you from my heart. If I could just forget about us, if I knew just where to start. You are my destiny. What does it take to win you back?
Like, that is just built for his voice, you know. And, well, anything that's built for Jason's voice is built for Peter's voice. Like, I even have this that I did just for fun. I didn't know how it would come out, but
take me as I am, put your hand in mine, now and forever. Darling, here I stand before you now. Deep inside, I've always known.
so that it sounds like the live version with Jason singing it. It sounds like one of the live takes that they did. And you know, I've got some of the deeper tracks, like We Can Last Forever. And then I've got this combined. Oh.
Got a little friend looking up at me, biggest little eyes as I ever did see.
That's a song that Jimmy Pankow wrote for the Born for This Moment album. And then I even have this, which I think y'all will really find interesting.
You get a fabulous scar. I wanted to get to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You get a fabulous scar.
I also did with Terry singing it.
Better start from here to you got a fast start. I wanted to get to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from two, got nothing to lose.
So yeah, I definitely have enough content to run with for quite a while. So I definitely think, you know, I can keep y'all engaged for quite a while. You know, if I post one of these every week, and, you know, maybe a bass cover in the mix, you know, I'll like, I have been combining some, like I did, I think, yeah, I did a bass cover last weekend, and then I did an AI video. I did an AI video today, and then I did a bass cover today as well. And, you know, the AI videos, they're doing so well. Like, the Someone Needed Me the Most that I posted today, 200 views already. Like, wow. You know, I mean, Chicago might be an oldies, like, almost forgotten about act. But, man, they're hardcore fans, you know. They just do not give up, you know. And especially now that I'm one of them, you know, I'm one of their hardcore fans, you know. I got to see them in concert twice. I have my VIP pass hanging right there. And, you know, that's something that'll never go away for me. You know, just like Dwayne Bailey was a huge freak out of his mind for Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. You know, he just... And also, you know, the Police and the Beatles, like, he just dove into it. You know, kind of like the way I dove into Chicago. I dove into them twice. I dove into them in 2020, spring, you know, during the early stages of the pandemic. You know, their music really helped a lot. And then I rediscovered them in late 2021, which was another tough time for me. You know, it helped me with the transition from, you know, symphony music to rock and roll. And now rock and roll is pretty much all I do. So, you know, changes like that, you know, those are definitely a lot harder to go through. You know, especially a pandemic. You know, like, there is nothing more stressful than dealing with that. Like, it's just absolutely crippling. And, I had a lot of psychological problems that I dealt with for a couple years because of that. But I'm better now, and the world is not as good of a place as it was before that, you know. 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, the world became a much darker place, and just hasn't been the same. You know, like, politics is really starting to take over, and I don't like that, you know. I don't like seeing people my age, like, get so engaged into politics. I'm just like, dude, like, seriously. Like, there are some people who are really into politics that are absolutely crazy. They'll go and slash people's tires for their opinions. Like, if they even have a hint of something that says Trump or Biden or whatever, they go and slash their tires. You know, they make threats online. Like, these people are crazy. Like, I don't want to be that way at all. You know, I've seen it, you know, and it all started from this pandemic. You know, it became political. People made it political. They made such a big deal about it that, you know, pretty much had no choice but to, you know, shut everything down. And it's just a terrible time. And you know, it's still really not forgivable because Walmart's not even open 24 hours anymore. None of them are. Not really. I don't think there are any around here that are still open 24 hours. And it's unfortunate, you know. If you want to go somewhere at night, like for a drive, and you're like, oh, hey, let's go to Walmart. No, you can't anymore. And it's just terrible. You know, that's one thing that's unforgivable because that happened. But in light of all of that, you know, I've gotten to grow and see myself become a different person. And I've been able to make peace with a lot of the things that happened to me. And I look back and I was just like, my God, that was me. I did that. Like, I did all those things and I said all those things to all these people, and just like, my God, no wonder, you know, I don't have a whole lot of people to talk to now. You know, it's because of all that. You know, I did that to myself. Because I got in my own head. You know, there are times when you just need to, like, step back and just, like, whoa, I'm being way too obsessive. So, yeah, definitely, like, just don't get too involved in anything. You know, I was in a relationship that, you know, I just decided to hang on to for dear life, and I really regret that. And I've since made peace with her over everything that happened. I apologized profusely to her. And, you know, we're all good now. I hope. But she let me explain myself, and she was more than willing to hear me out. And I'm very thankful for that, because there are other people who I've tried to plead my case to who just didn't want to hear any of it, and they were holding on to evidence. And, you know, some of it was before high school. Some of it happened before high school, and they're holding on to it. Like, you know, that is inexcusable, and that is something that, you know, you're obviously not going to be able to make peace with. Like, there's no fixing that. If someone is willing to hold a grudge against you for something that happened before high school, even though you're out of high school, like, that's just something that, you know, you're just gonna have to leave alone. And it's unfortunate. I really hate it, but that's just how some people are. So, yeah, regardless, you know, I'm doing pretty well for myself. You know, I have a good job, and that keeps me busy. The main reason that I have a job is I need something to do. Otherwise, I'm going to sit right over there and do nothing, and I'm going to fall right back where I was before. And I do not want that to happen again, because it is no fun being without a job. It's cool for like a day or two, and then it's just like, oh, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do today? You know, you just sit at home, watch all the videos that you want, you know, just like, you know, Steve Cash, rest in peace. Beautiful man, you know, just wonderful musician, amazing personality. He had a video called, he had a song out called the Work Rap or something like that. It's called the Unemployed Rap Song, and you know, even he was just like, he wasn't kidding, because he'd been looking for a job for 3 months and there was nothing. There were no jobs. And I think he lived in Boise at the time. Boise, Idaho. So like, if there's nothing there, then you know, like, you're having to look for other ways. And you know, I know YouTube paid really, really well back then. You know, he really had it going for him. You know, he became very popular, and unfortunately he took his own life around 4 years ago. His music was also really amazing. I loved the covers that he did. You know, he was the reason that I wanted to play bass. You know, even if he's gone, he was a big part of, you know, me growing up. I started watching him when I was 10 years old. Probably shouldn't have been, but you know, he was a big part of my life, and that's something that'll never go away. You know, I'll always remember Steve Cash was the reason that I started playing bass. And then along came Chicago, and everything else just fell into place from there. So, anyway, what else do I have I can talk about? The truck is doing really well. I've got it's got a bed cover on it, so I can store all my stuff and not have to worry about taking it out whenever I need to get washed, which I have a membership, so I don't have to worry about you know, like, whenever I go to the wash, like, oh, better have some money on standby, because I pay monthly for it. So as long as I go more than once a month, I'll be saving money. I try and go a couple times a week, but if you only go once a month, you are losing money, because then it's just like spending $40 on one car wash as opposed to 25. And the more you go each month, it's still $40 a month for my car wash. But that $40, hold on. Computer, red light on. Okay. I spend $40 a month on it, and you know, a single wash of that tier is $25. So if I were to go every day for a month, that would make each wash like less than $2. Less than $2 each, which is just insane. You know, it really shows you how much you can save. Because like my dad, you know, he has the same thing. Like, I think we all have memberships to that car wash. You know, my dad's just like, if I go less than 3 times a week, I feel like I'm losing money. So yeah, I try and get it washed as much as I can, because I want to take care of it, just like I took care of my car, which my brother has now. And you know, I need to get the windows tinted. That is something I do need to go and do that. Like, I've been putting it off, and then last weekend I got a flat tire, and it had to be taken in the next day, so I had to cancel my appointment on the guy. So it's something I need to do very soon, because summer is coming, and Texas summers do not play around. I'm going to get the heat shield put on my windshield and all the other windows to keep it as cool in there as I possibly can. So, yeah. And my tools for work, you know, it's all dependent on that, because I don't want it to get so hot in there my batteries overheat and start leaking, my drill batteries, because You know, I spent like $300 today on a new impact. I spent $300 on a new impact driver. And, you know, it came with a really nice battery, and I do not want that getting messed up. So, yeah, but, you know, I will try to, you know, make other kinds of videos, kind of try and diversify my content. I've been thinking about picking up my trombone, too, and playing some of the stuff that I used to play, like Variation Overture. I've started getting back into that stuff, and just like, wow, you know, just like the nostalgia. And like, I can't believe that that was 6 years ago, that I was at that concert watching the symphonic band, and it's still to this day, that's one of the best concerts I've seen in my life of a wind band. It's one of the best wind band concerts I've ever been to. And I'm gonna go again this year finally, which I meant to go in 2022 and 2023. I just completely forgot, and I couldn't figure out when the dates were, you know? I just couldn't figure them out at all. So I was just like, oh, jeez. So, but, yeah, I'll probably post some content from those. Depending on, you know, if there's anything on the set list that I like, which of course if there isn't, and then I end up liking the song later, I always regret not filming it. So, yeah, there were some songs from that concert in 2018 that I regret not filming, like Moscow 1941. I regret not filming that. So, yeah. But anyway, that's it for my update. I'm done with this stream. If y'all have any questions, anything you want to say, you know, anything motivational, inspiring, leave it in the comments. Love hearing from y'all. Excuse that. And I'll try and come on here more often. I just don't get a whole lot of engagement in the streams. So, you know, there's not a whole lot of opportunity to talk with y'all. And I recognize that, you know, there has to be demand for it. Like, you have to know that people want it. You can't just do it and assume people want it. Because the big channels do it and they get tons of viewers. You know, you have to, like, know what your audience wants. And I seem to know what y'all want now. You know, y'all want videos of Chicago and Peter, and I'm gonna do exactly that. So, trust me, I'm not going anywhere, and hopefully y'all aren't either. So, anyways, hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hope y'all enjoy the video that I have going up tomorrow. And I am done with this live stream. Good night.